Hey guys, and welcome back to Doom. It's time for level 3, and today we're heading to the Foundry. Oh lordy lord, did I ever get my arse ripped, torn off, and fed to me when I first played this one.
I will admit, I was in a very similar situation when I first encountered this level, but ever since I played through it the first time, it's not nearly as scary as it used to be. Like, it still caught me off guard in a couple of places, as you will see throughout this part. But it's one of those levels where it's big and scary at first, but once you've actually played through the game and revisit it, you kind of wonder, how the hell did this section give me so much trouble?
Oh, well, it's easy to say when you come back with the fucking BFG, mate, but when you're Little Tom 64 plodding through with nary an upgraded weapon, you know, Hell Knights take one look at you and use you as arse floss.
I love that, arse floss. But no, I'm actually just talking in general, because it's like I was saying before, when you encounter a new enemy, you eventually learn to overcome it and figure out, you know, what its attack patterns are, how the AI behaves, like what weapon's the best for the job, and you just kind of pick up all these little things, and when you come back on, like, another new playthrough, having just, like, not played it for a while, you eventually remember, oh yeah, these Hell Knights, they're kind of dicks, but you can easily kind of lead them through corridors and such without any trouble. Or there's like this weapon you can use that will just make short work of them.
Yeah, well, let's just say that I learned that the explosive shotgun mod can stun them temporarily, so that's a good beginner's trick if you're having trouble with the Hell Knights.
Generally, anything that explodes is pretty good against the Hell Knights. It's one of those things where if it explodes, it's probably good against the Hell Knight, or for that matter, anything else that's about as beefy, if not beefier.
Wow, we found the secret lever pretty quickly there, mate.
Well, like I said, this was the first one I ever found when I played through this game the first time, so I kind of just remember it. So it's like, oh yeah, I remember where this one is, and there we go. And once again, we step into retro territory.
Oh, this is great. I really actually want... I kind of get in the mood right now to play some original Doom, even though I know I'd be terrible at it.
I know exactly how you feel. Although at one point, I believe, when I wanted to get back into the classic Doom stuff, I actually started playing some of the mods. Because, of course, you have Brutal Doom, which is just kind of Doom classic if it was kind of given a 2016 flair with like all the goriness and things like that. But there was one mod I tried in particular called the Russian Overkill mod. And that thing's just ridiculous. It doesn't really add like much in terms of levels and such. You just kind of layer it onto like a classic Doom file, and it just gives you like shit tons of new weapons. And I can distinctly remember on like stage 3 or something like that getting given the quad-barreled shotgun. Oh, it gets better. Not only is the knockback on that thing immense, but it also has a secondary fire where it puts away the quad-barreled shotgun, and then immediately 4 quad-barreled shotguns appear on each corner of the screen and fire at the same time, and basically blast you back as far as possible, as far as humanly possible.
No more! Heart can't take such pleasure!
Oh my god, you wouldn't believe how good it is. Like, the sound effect is immense as well, because you get the full blast of 4 quad-barreled shotguns firing at the same time. It's just like, boom! And then before you know it, you just make mincemeat out of anything that's in front of you.
Wait, before Doom Guy makes mincemeat out of you. Excuse me, I'm in a secret level over here, do you mind?
Well, you know, at least they waited patiently, you know. They knew they were kind of in the middle of something. They just waited outside the door, you know. As soon as you showed your face, it's like, oh, I guess you're here now, can we carry on?
Yes, that is within the realms of politeness. So, our main objectives here, apart from getting some lovely Argent energy, I will probably have to come back and get this, is to shut down the 4 Gore nests, I believe, and lower the demonic threat level within the Foundry.
We do this in order to stop the meltdown that is currently occurring. And, of course, we don't want to melt. You know, that's just inconvenient. So, you know, we get to take on a few demons and, you know, stop ourselves from becoming a Doom Guy smoothie. So, you know, that's all the incentive I would need, personally. Of course, just having demons to kill would be enough.
That's my favourite variant of the Smoothies Funko Pop, by the way. The Doom Guy smoothie. Oh, terrible. Yeah, you know you're doing a playthrough of me where the terrible puns come back into effect. And I tell you, like, I'm abridging Kingdom Hearts 2, the Hellfire Comms KH2 playthrough right now, just for a bit of funsies. We already did SA1, so check that out if you want some nostalgia. And man, I was a fucking Pungeon Master back in the day. I actually don't do it as much now because puns are kind of lazy jokes for the most part, I find. No offense if you do them, I've just kind of outgrown that. And no, I'm just talking normally most of the time. If you think I'm making a pun, I'm usually not.
Well, sometimes you just make accidental puns without realizing it, and you just kind of go along with it, and then somebody in the comments just go, "Oh!" and then you think, wait, what did I do? But I guess you could just say your palate's a little more refined now. Like, puns are pretty easy territory, as you said, but, you know, a pun here and there is fine.
Oh, yellow keycard can mean only one thing: invasion.
And Tom's favourite thing in the world.
Please don't. Please no. Oh, here it comes!
Oh boy, and this is like my first time fighting a Hell Knight in quite some time, so I'm thinking, okay, how do you work again? I don't actually remember. There's things all over me, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, guy with a shield as well. That's what kept killing me the first time around.
Yeah, and you notice as well, I actually did enough damage to put him in a stagger state, but I just couldn't follow through because the dude with the shotgun was being irritating. So, here we go. Take two. This time around, I'm not ignoring the guys behind me. I'm just going to lead him over here, and I'm going to take him out from here without worrying about anyone else getting in the way. Oh god, the music's so good!
There you go. Fuck off.
This is for Rentom!
I'm glad you avenged me, mate. I'm glad you avenged me.
We'll be investigating more unique ways of killing a Hell Knight later on. I think there's one in particular that I either get in this part or the next one that I think you'll be pretty satisfied with. It may involve a certain chainsaw.
Okay, well, I shall look forward to it. You can't give all your tricks away at the start of a part, mate, otherwise we'll have nothing to talk about.
Indeed, indeed. So here's another little playback. I love these little playback sequences as well, where we just see these people being dismembered and taken away, and it's just like...
I like to imagine that Hell Knight was actually just inquiring, like, how to set up his VCR properly, and they just wouldn't fucking tell him, so he came in and killed the fuck out of him.
What do you mean I can't return this DVD player?
It's 2017, sir! Ah!
Your receipt expired already! Don't you understand? It's just like tears him apart and takes the other guy. I'll show you.
What I like about that gap we jumped across and ultimately fell through is it's perfectly, like, doable to jump across from the other side, but they've made it so you have to do this little, like, vertical platforming course to actually get up there, which is cool. It's a nice little mirror's edge sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way the platforms are elevated. Like, the other one is just a little bit too high. It kind of teases you thinking, you can totally do this. Just believe, and then you just kind of execute Van Halen's jump and fail.
Yep. You gotta be on top of a box before you can do that, mate. I learned that the hard way.
Some of this is a little bit trial and error. Sometimes you think, there's a platform up there, and I can't get to it from here, so... Bim bang bosh, there we go.
Nice.
Secret or found. Obviously, if you go out your way to find the secrets, you do get more upgrade points that way as well, although the nice thing is that they give you many different ways to actually get those weapon points, so you don't have to go out your way to find every secret if you don't want to. You can just make sure you're an absolute god with the combat effectiveness and get it that way.
Ooh.
Or you can make sure you just do all the optional challenges as well. So there's a few different avenues. This is like, you're not needing this anymore, are you? Thank you!
No.
I love that, just like, I'd like to see you get back over here. Dunk.
Oh, fuck. This guy's giving us an hand. There you go, there's the pun for the pun.
I'm more amazed at how the actual recognition thing actually still works. You know, the thing is bloody, like, dark blue and rotted at this point. How does it still work? How is there anything there to recognize? I guess the fingerprints would be the best way to do it. Although I wouldn't have been surprised if under any normal circumstances the fingerprints would have been eroded away, but... Oh well, I suppose it's a video game, and, you know, that's just how video games will work, I suppose.
Have we even taken out a single Gore pit yet?
No, we've been kind of getting a lay of the land,
oh my God.
getting all the key... Oh, hello there, Mr. Hell Knight! And showing off the power of the micro-rockets.
Jeez. Whoa.
Yeah, micro-rockets are pretty legit, dude.
I think I know what I'm upgrading the next time I play Doom.
I think the micro-rockets is just genuinely fun as well. You can't go wrong with it, even if it's not, like, the most optimal way to do things. Just the idea that you can just constantly fire miniature rockets at someone is just... it's amazing.
How? They're blind.
Well, you say that, but you have to remember that the little AI that's been helping us along the way, Vega, is kind of incorporated all through this facility.
Stay focused. Stay committed.
Hello, Daddy! This here is the plasma rifle. One of the most powerful weapons barring the BFG, I would say, in the original Doom games. In this game, it's pretty damn strong, not overpoweringly so, but you know, it has utility to make up for it. Apart from just being genuinely quite strong, you have the option of either emitting a heat blast when you have enough heat built up in the plasma cells, I guess, or you can get a stun bomb feature, which is great for taking out Hell Knights and also those possessed shield-bearing dudes.
Ooh, nice, nice. That's another upgrade I gotta get the next time I stream.
Stun bomb, it's not the flashiest thing in the world, but it makes up for it in just sheer utility and just being able to save your ass 10 times over.
Now, am I going completely insane? The answer to that would be probably, but isn't this also available, the plasma rifle that is, in level 4? Because I swear I got the plasma rifle and the rocket launcher back to back.
Yes, I believe the plasma rifle you find at the beginning of level 4 if you missed the one in level 3.
Well, says a lot about my peripheral vision skills, really, don't it?
Well, that's okay, because apparently I missed a rocket launcher that was hidden in this level.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, there's like a really, really out-the-way secret that actually lets you get a rocket launcher on this level, and then, of course, you would find it normally near the beginning of level 4, but I suppose if you managed to find it early enough, it would really come in handy for those Hell Knights, and just make them a lot easier to deal with near the beginning.
Speaking of Hell Knights, there's going to be one coming down those stairs pretty soon, so I hope you're ready.
Oh yes, don't worry, I know he's coming. I'll be ready for him. Come on, where is he? No, he's here.
Daddy's home!
Hey!
Oh my god, this thing's just wrecking shop. Oh,
yes.
You're putting me to shame with the way you deal with these guys, mate. I'm really embarrassed.
Oh, don't be. Those things are difficult the first time you find them. It's this huge lumbering behemoth that is literally walking through everything you throw at it. The damn thing's going to be scary, and you're going to be overwhelmed quickly, especially when there's other units around. That was just one dude, and I was just kind of leading him down the stairs while peppering him with whatever I had available to me.
Oh, well, whether you put it that way, yeah, it's kind of funny. Alright, so just a couple more Gore nests, and we should be good to go, I think.
Yep, we got both the keycards now, so the entire area is open to us at this point. So we just need to find the Gore nest wherever they happen to be, and take care of them swiftly. Because, you know, there's a meltdown occurring, apparently.
Don't worry. There's no actual time limit, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's one of those game time disasters where it's more than happy to wait patiently for you to get to the right point in the game for it to become a problem. A bit like Meteor in Final Fantasy VII.
There you go. I sense another Hell Knight approaching.
Yes, just making sure I got all the goodies beforehand, just to make sure I'm as prepared for this as possible. And let the Gore Fest begin.
Oh, this is... Oh!
It's so satisfying. You can just sit and watch this and be like, oh yeah, this is the business. He's just like, I'm over here, dude.
Alright, so that's half of them down. We've got another 10 minutes left, so what's next on the agenda, Volk?
2 more Gore pits to visit before we can stop the meltdown itself. Well, I actually legit got scared because I forgot that was a thing that happened. It's like, oh my god, where the hell did you come from?
It's effective, I give you that. Like, jump scares can be effective in 2 ways. They can make you jump just in and of themselves, or they can make you jump because of what pops up in your face. That was the latter.
I think when you were doing this in the live stream, you could kind of see him trying to jump through the door, and I was like, oh, come on, he didn't do that for me, he literally just came out of fucking nowhere. I was really disappointed, because I wanted you to go, ah! But ultimately I was left disappointed, because he just wanted to get in that door so damn badly, but
look at you.
The game just wouldn't let him.
Taking shortcuts and whatnot.
Well, more falling with style, but, you know.
I just remember Toy Story in fucking Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh yes.
Oh, that's gonna be good. And I just kind of imagined like Buzz Lightyear in Doom 2016. Just him as the Doom Marine, that would be amazing.
Paint him green, oh my god. Could have like zombie woodies and whatnot.
Like instead of the whole rip and tear until it's done, it's just like, these things are grotesque, menacing, but you are worse. But remember, you got a friend in me.
To infinity and beyond until it is done.
Now this is me failing to jump, but I kept this death in because it is like the most amazing death animation ever.
Yep,
as you'll see in just a second. Dun 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 dun. So here's the way you're meant to do it.
Just reminded me of that one Twitter account I follow, like movie titles, where they just really clunkily include the movie's title in like a quote or something. And the Terminator's one was, "You're the Terminator, fucker."
I actually think I saw that retweet. I was just like, wait, what the hell is this?
You should follow it, it's pretty funny. Alright, more fuckers inbound, and dead.
This is take 2 after I so foolhardily jumped into my death earlier, just trying to get an armor pickup.
It's fine.
But this time I went the sensible route. I got the armor pickup first, and then ignited the Gore nest. So one nice thing about the micro rockets is they have a slight homing property. I say slight because it's not entirely perfect, but as long as the enemy is roughly in the way of the rocket, they'll kind of like latch onto the enemy and then explode.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use it for long-range combat as well, but it's not 100% reliable, you know, not unless you're a god with the crosshairs or something.
Well, you are playing on PC, mate. You should have better aiming capabilities and/or skills than us console plebs.
Yes, I do have the advantage in that regard, especially when I'm quite used to playing with high DPI, so I have to have the mouse sensitivity quite high normally with these sort of games, although the general consensus is that you're not really supposed to, because it really fucks up with your following whilst you're aiming kind of thing, but I like the idea of being able to just turn on a dime and immediately start shooting at something. And I guess I kind of adapted to that after a while. But you know, most people, especially those who played like the competitive FPS games, they'll sort of swear by the not redonkulously low, but kinda low DPI in order to make sure that they can more accurately follow moving targets. But you know what? I don't really care about that. I just want to be able to turn around quickly and just shoot things as I see them.
Alright, last Gore nest time, motherfucker.
Yep, just get a little lay of the land here before we pull the cord. Ah, yes. Let loose the hordes of hell.
Oh, the sound effects. Like, I gotta give credit to not only the soundtrack, but also the sound design. Like, every gun sounds, like, meaty and whatnot.
Oh, I absolutely agree. Just everything audible in this game is done so incredibly well. The music, the sound direction, like, anything from how the guns sound to, like, the screams of the demons as they're kind of spawning all over the place. It's all done so well, it just creates an environment, I guess, that just matches the sheer brutality of the gameplay. and how fast-paced it is.
And speaking of, actually, at the Game Awards 2016, it won the Best Music and Sound Design category. And if I scroll down, Excellence in Gameplay from, where is that? 2017 SXSW Gaming Awards. And from the National Academy of Video Game Trade Reviews, Art Direction, Contemporary, Control Design 3D, Control Precision, Game Design Franchise, Game Classic Revival, Game Franchise Action. It won all of those.
And rightfully so. I mean, this game is just absolutely incredible. Alright, here we go. We are now in the main venting chamber, I guess, as by those two massive turbines. Man, just imagine the kind of processor you could have with those two sonbitches cooling it down.
Oh man, like we need this room just to play Crysis on ultra levels.
Pretty much. I will say this now, you may have recognized it from the first part as I was going through the whole, you know, title sequencey type stuff, but I am actually playing this on all the settings on Ultra, and I wouldn't say that I built my computer deliberately with Doom in mind, but I certainly wanted to make sure that games like it I will be able to play on the highest settings for quite a few years to come, and I certainly managed to achieve that. And when I first actually put the settings on Ultra, because I remember having my older graphics card and I had to play this on like low, medium settings, I was like,
ew.
It looks okay, but you could tell just how rough it was. And then I got the GTX 1070 and I was just like, oh! Okay, that was part my reaction to the actual graphic fidelity, and also part being able to chainsaw a fucking Hell Knight.
Nice.
You know, there's also like this level of joy that you get when you have this enemy that's been giving you such a hard time, and then the next time you see it, you have enough chainsaw fuel to just dig into him and just completely dismember the fuck.
Well, we dealt with one Hell Knight, but I can tell you now, there's going to be a twofer coming up soon, so get used to jumping between these turbines. It is a very, very useful survival tip.
Because when they jump from turbine to turbine, they actually don't attack. So they kind of jump there and then they charge towards you. So if you're going back and forth and you have like either the micro rockets or the grenade launcher feature on your shotgun, for instance,
oh my god,
it can be very easy to take those guys down.
It's just the presence of the thing that throws me off. Like, why are you so big? Like, how did you get these type of gains?
Steroids, man.
I guess.
Oh, there's the second one. So yeah, because I was all the way on the other side of the room, I think they spawn like on opposite sides, so it took him ages to get here, and by the time he got there, I kind of killed the other guy. There you go, you can now join your friend. And now we've got to take care of the imps that are no doubt running around going, ha 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 ha, you can't end the level yet.
Hang on, when we kill these guys, where do they go exactly?
I would assume back to hell.
That doesn't make a lick of sense. That would just mean infinitely respawning enemies.
Well, I mean, hell and this world haven't been fused together just yet, don't forget. So, you know, they've been sent back to the hellscape, or the hell universe, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Ah, see what I did there?
They can just keep warping back in. I'm looking into this way too much. Let's just say they go to like a fucking waiting room for the time being.
There's like elevated music playing. It's just like, this is nowhere as good as the music that was playing while I was fighting the Doom guy earlier.
Oh, Jesus. Like, every level is just the same enemies. They've just had to wait their turn. You can only respawn once per level.
It's like, I wish these possessed wouldn't get killed so damn quickly. I'd be so much further ahead in the queue by now.
Bada bing. Oh.
Authorization. Olivia Pierce.
7, apple, banana. Oh, darn, she's concentrating far too much. Can't throw her off.
I would laugh if he had like the same kind of password as Jean-Luc Picard does. It's like 74126 Tango 614 Charlie 72364 lock. So you may be wondering, Olivia Pierce looks kind of weird, and there's a good reason for that. Sometime while she was working with the UAC, she actually suffered from something called idiopathic scoliosis, which caused her to be bound in a wheelchair for quite some time. But she agreed to experimental augmentation surgery, and that involved being grafted to a titanium exoskeleton, which is kind of like that weird suit that she's wearing.
So she did ask for this.
Kind of. There is a slight side effect where walking does cause her great amounts of pain, and I guess just because of how, like, corrupted she became, I guess she either just ignores it or just soldiers through it. But yeah, that gives you a bit of background about why Olivia Pierce looks the way that she does, and in one of the later levels you actually get to see all of, like, the main UAC scientists, and you actually get to see Olivia Pierce before, you know, got grafted to the exoskeleton and became corrupted by the demons.
Yeah, became a big bad Beetleborgs Metallics and all that good shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Level over? There we go.
Yep. Wanted to keep you on your toes.
Oh, nice, you nearly maxed out your combat tokens there, mate.
Yeah, I didn't get to do many of the challenges though. I guess I was just too focused on making sure I didn't die to the Hell Knights. But there we go, that'll do for this part. Tune in next time for part 4.
Bye.